Hello everyone, this is Darwell20 and welcome to episode 76 of Forgecraft2. Looks like Soren's been at my base. It's the only conclusion I can come to. Soren. But there's things today. Things that I want to play with. Things that I want to do. Things that I'm excited to try out. There's a new version of RFTools. A new version that adds a whole lot of cool stuff. Soren, what have you been doing, sir? That's all I want to know. All I want to know. What have you been up to? What's he been doing at my days? Did he cause explosions? Well, that's not terrible. I think he caused an explosion. He's probably going to say it's my fault. My reactor blew up. Nah, I think it probably is. But that's alright. I'm going to have to rebuild that thing again. So, let's see. Copious amounts of UU. Cool. Let's activate this lever. I think the mass fab should be working again, which is cool news. So what's going on here? Did he change stuff? Why do I have so many things? Let's pick this dude up. I'll put him up here for now. Not you. You. All right, so last episode, remember we had trouble accessing the items in the mass fab? Right. I think that that's fixed now. We have a new version of RFTools control, and I want to check it out. So let's give it a go, shall we? So the west direction is this way. So I think that's how we have this. So let's put this dude here. This will be my processor. I'm gonna remove all this. Well, I'll leave the stuff there for now, just in case. Let's put our program card in there. Scrap. Yay, I can read it. It's reading that there's scrap. Awesome. That means that things are working. So let's get this program card in there. So before we were doing log, the message. Now what we're gonna wanna do is test greater than variable 1. Okay. Trying to remember how I wrote this. Greater than 60. And yeah, some things are definitely a little bit different because this should be, one of these should be green and one of them should be red, right? Set variable. So I think this belongs here, right? And this to here. Cool. And this there. And the log message can go away. Yes. Okay. So we're going to set variable. Variable 0, we'll get the, we want this to be count, not, yeah. Eval count items, west, slot 1. Cool. That's neat. I remembered that. So every 5 ticks, count the number of items in slot to the west, in slot 1, stored in a variable, and then if variable 0 is greater than 60, we're going to change this to the west side to 0. Means turn off the redstone if it's greater than 60. So that should be green. If it's not greater than 60, then check if it's greater than 10. If it's not greater than 10, then south side should actually be west side. Wow, that's a big slime. I've been saying for like days now, can we swing our sword, please? I know that I happen to be looking at a block and a slime, but really the slime is what I'm concerned about, Minecraft. I really don't like the new mechanics of combat. Being totally honest, not a huge fan. Anyway, so what we're talking about here is this program should work now, in theory. So let's see. So that programmer is good, and then right, log, we don't really need the green, so that, yeah, so I'll put what's in variable 0, just so we know. Cool. So I'm also going to, where's the items? How are items getting in here? Oh, right, derp. So we're gonna say disable that, right? So what we should see now is if we save this program, oh, we can give it a name now. Awesome. We'll call it UUprog. Nice. That's cool. Now, every time I hit save, neat. All right, that's not bad. Okay. Oh, good, McJady's here. Cool. So, if I turn off the redstone, you should be allowed to run. Where'd all the UU go? Oh, hey, it turned off. Okay, cool. That's not what I expected to happen. But okay. So the EU disappeared. I don't know where it all just went. Do I have... Oh, I do have a liquid doohickey in there. Pressurized fluid conduit. It must have gone there somewhere. This is full. This is not full. That's why. Okay, cool. I'm down with that. So, cool. So you're actually kind of working. Heyo. Just updated. Wanted to let him know I updated. So if I pop this in, should be allowed to run again until it gets less than 60. Oh, right, because this is running. Okay, now we're talking. Sweet. Are we having a smallish amount of power problems over here, or what? Yes, we're out of power. Well, there's your problem. Is this thing running? No. All right, so things are definitely broke. I think we're just running off of the radioisotope generator right now. So in theory, if this drops below 10, it should stop running, right? That's what it should be doing. And it's not. So I need to fix that. So west side 15. So if greater than variable 0, 60, if greater than variable 0, 10 fails, then we should be setting the west side to 15. So let's make that the south side. Right, because that's south. And then we'll see if this works. Okay, so save, UU prog, go. And the other thing I want to work on today, so you should actually be running. So you know there's scrap in there. Why are you not reading that properly? Let me debug my code just a little bit and make sure I didn't derp something up. Also, shouldn't you be logging the output? Yes. So this is stored in variable 0, slot 1. So you know what I'm going to do? I wonder if I can, it would be cool, but I'm going to log message 0 on the greater than as well. Does that sound cool? Yeah. So log message 0, where is that? Look how many new things there are, by the way. Look at all this cool stuff. I can't wait to try it out. But we're going to log message variable 0. Variable 0, variable 0, log variable 0. Okay, cool. So save this program. Okay. Pick it up and throw it in there. Why are you not logging? Totally must be derping something somewhere. Let's turn you off for a sec. We'll be right back. You know what? I want to debug this on camera. So what if we did this and we will log the last string? Oh, ticket. Ticket's a new thing. So the last string that came in, we're going to log. That sound cool? Okay. So you save, UUprog, good. Run. All right. What are you up to? Side west. Slot 1. You're just not doing what I want you to do. Are you allowed to use variable 0? You are. Cool. Huh. And that is the west direction. All right, a little bit more debugging off camera this time. Oh, I think I totally noticed my giant derp. I thought that I had moved this, but I must not have. So this should be inventory west. I guess it didn't overwrite. That's probably what it is. Wow, I am a derp. Slot 1, item doesn't matter, routable doesn't matter. Oh, neat. Okay. So let's save this now. Quick quality of life request. Can I shift click the program card into the programmer? 30. Now we're talking. Good. Okay. So instead of this guy, we'll do this and save it. Okay. And then take it out. Wow. What a derp. So we'll turn you off. Why are you saying 30? So that should be working, and it's totally not. Be right back. Found it. Was missing that. Must have got clicked at some point. That's gotta be it, right? Tell me that's my problem. All right, so we're gonna get rid of view, save, okay. So that's the green, red, good, good, good. So everybody should be groovy now, and this really should be working. Okay, so once we get below 26, or below 10, should start reporting it again and apply the redstone signal. Nice. And once we get over 60, should be allowed to run again. West side, level 0. We'll make it south, because it's applying to the south right now. I mean, let's make it west. Yeah, that's why it's stuck. So we'll make it west again, and we'll make this west. Cool. And we'll take this out, and we'll save it. And now we should have a functional program. Now everything should be cool. So it should output to the west side. So if I break you and replace you, do you remember that? No, you don't. Good. All right, cool. So we're going to put the program card in. Should not be able to run. 64 in there. It's allowed to run. 32. Keeps running. Keeps running. Stops. Nice. That's what I wanted to see. All right. Nifty. Now that we've got that working, let's look at some other stuff. But before I do that, I want to just pop you down so that you can fill up this RF. Cool. Wireless RF transmitter. Pretty nifty. So what we were working on last episode, we finally got working again, which I'm excited about because that is pretty cool. And McJady fixed it so that we can use the programming blocks on non-updated. So basically, like, there's a newer version way to handle inventories and an older way, and IC2 is still using the older way, but the older way is also still supported. So like other mods might use the old way too. So McJady made it so that both ways are supported in his mod, which is very awesome. All right, things to do. Let's get, why aren't you running, by the way? Probably because this is off. Oh, now we're running. Cool. All right. But we want that off, actually, because we are going to, so you're not gonna, okay, and you should be allowing you to run. Soren might have turned this off. I think he said he did, actually. Extract, never active. Okay, cool. So we wanted to extract when there's a redstone signal, right? Yeah, but not until we fix this reactor. And I really need to figure out why it's blowing up, because I didn't think it would. It shouldn't. I'm thinking what might be happening is that it's not pausing at any point to stop running and letting these things cool down. Let me let this run for a while and just see it. There shouldn't really be any heat buildup at all, from what I understood. So let's come back. All right, guys, we're back after much crafting. Good times were had by all. So I've built the reactor the way it was, and I've run some simulations in the external tool that lets you simulate reactors, and I've found some information out. Basically, this reactor is fine for one cycle, but if it runs continuously for multiple cycles, eventually it'll burn out. And it probably takes like several cycles before it does, but it will eventually explode. However, if we let it stop every now and then for even just a second or two, it'll cool down enough that we don't explode. So like I've done calculations that show if we let it run for 6,000 seconds, right? So 600 seconds would be 10 minutes. So 6,000 seconds would be 100 minutes. And then turn it off for 1 second, it won't explode. So it really only needs to be turned off every so often. So this is super close. And I've tried for like an hour to figure out how to get tweaking the components and moving things around and whatever I can come up with, but bupkis, nothing, no good. So I'm going to build a super circuit maker that will allow this thing to run and turn off every so often. How's that sound for coolness, huh? So that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to get some redstone here. And we'll go ahead and start playing. So, oh, and you know what else I need? I always forget my screwdriver. Always. Okay, so let's see what this block does. The quartz resonator. 20? And then we want like the little glowstone thing, right? Glowstone. What is it called? Miniature lamp. That should be cool. Quartz resonator. Ender pulsar. Ah. Ah. Quartz resonator and ender pulsar. Ender pulsar seems to be a timer. What's quartz resonator do? Ah, okay, cool. So let's see, this delays it by a second. Sweet. So why don't you stop for a second? Any way to do something like on for 60, off for 1? All right, so here's what I'm thinking is, I think I have a plan here. So let's take you off. So that delays it, right? So we're gonna have you delay by, let's say, 2 seconds, right? And this guy, we're gonna have him pulse every 10 seconds. Remember, this is ticks, right? So that should pulse every 10 seconds. And so then we're going to have this run to a lever. That does a glowstone doohickey. Weird that you don't want to do more than that. So I think every time this pulses, this will pulse a few seconds later. Oh wait, we have to, yeah, there we go. Now every time this pulses, which should be every 10 seconds, this should pulse a few seconds later. Right? Yes, 2 seconds later it's pulsing. Nice. Can I not have 2 inputs on a lever? Oh, no, wait. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Cool. So watch. It'll pulse. It'll go on for a while. And then it'll go off again. Sweet. So basically we just want to reverse this. So we're going to want to do like a redstone torch. And then a light. So watch, it's on for a while, right? Ah, okay. So then it's off for 2 seconds. See, on for 10. Cool. Dun 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 dun. And then off for 2. That's what I want. That's a timer that is doing exactly what I want it to do. So that's why it was automatically okay. Cool, got it. So the sides that the lever points are outputs, and the sides that it doesn't point are inputs. So that's what I was doing. Neat. So Super Circuit Maker, you are my hero. Can I? Yes. Cool. Only problem is this is totally facing the wrong way. I kind of want to go. Can I rotate these yet? Perchance. So then we're gonna want you. Cool. That should work. I mean, it's not the greatest job that I've ever done, but it should function. Yes, if you're in my dev environment, but you're not, so not yet. Haha. All right, so let's make this delay just to be a little bit more careful. We'll have it turned off for 5 seconds. Does that sound good? And this will be, so like every 1200 seconds, or 1200 ticks. That sounds cool. So 400 and 1200. Neat. So then we just want to add this to here. And I should really, I'm going to redo this. Be right back. All right, guys. So here's what it is, right? So every so often, it's just going to create a little timer pulse like this. That will be, you'll see it here hopefully soonish. So remember, these 3 have to be off so that this can be on, right? Because this is basically like an AND gate sort of thing. So right now the reactor is not on, right? Because the lever's off over there. And this thing should flicker for a second. And it'll go off for 2 seconds is how I configured it. So yeah, that should be good. 40. There it goes. Boom. Flickered. And then off again. Nice. So that'll turn it on and off every couple seconds. I think that'll prevent explosions. I hope. So this guy should be running now. And he should turn off every so often. Just to let things cool off for a second, right? And that's pretty much what we're looking to do. And that should be fine, right? So a 2-second cool off period. And I just set up the other one at the other reactor. So that should prevent explosions now going forward. And we should now be in a position where we can get this hot coolant turned into cold coolant. So this should immediately turn off once we drop below the coolant level. And it did. Perfect. That's what I want to see. Nice. All right. So that's good. That's safe. Everybody's behaving the way they should. That should prevent explosions now. The only other problem I have is distilled water. I've got too much of it. So I need to, like, void it or something. So for now, I'm just going to disable that connection. And you can be active with redstone. All right, everybody's just kicking in. Nice. All right. So you are running again. Hooray! Nice. All right, everything's fresh. Now that we've got a little bit of fun with Super Circuit Maker underway, which, by the way, that is so cool. I am really liking Super Circuit Maker. Anytime I want to do anything with redstone logic, it's totally doable. I just need to know how the components work. So again, to recoup, or to recover, I guess, or to recover what we covered, yes. Ender pulsars are basically timers. They'll emit a redstone pulse every so many ticks. And quartz resonators are like repeaters. They delay the ticks, or delay the signal for so many ticks. See? Just did a little flicker while I was talking about that there. So that is cool. All right. Let's come back in a second here. So by the way, it looks like my miscellaneous junk chest is filled up. Really? That's weird. Why do we have so much EU cable and fuel rods? Looking at you, Soren. What was he doing? Which one of these is IC2-ish? That's probably this one. Whoa, that's a lot of ender lilies. Yeah, that's what's up. We're getting a lot of ender lilies in here. Yeah, we'll probably want to do something with that. Storage, man, let me tell you. Anyway, miscellaneous junk. I'm going to take you out. And what do we do to get a tier 3 of that? That doesn't sound terrible. Get one of you. A couple blocks of quartz. A couple blocks of gold. I think that's what we were short on last time. And a chest. To get a tier 3. And now this thing can hold 300 stacks. Sweet. So that'll that's a band-aid. That's only going to be temporary. Let's look at auto crafting. So I would like to try this out because I believe that there's some new cool stuff with the RFTools stuff. So let's take a look at RFTools or RF control. We're going to want another processor. That's what we're going to want, another processor. That's a node. That's the processor. We're going to want 2 card bases. By the way, I just cooked up a bunch of cactus. Sweet. And check, just in case. And these guys, remember, are going to need CPU cores. So that's 1 or 4 operations per tick. We'll just go with the 1 for now. Just get a bunch of card bases. How's that sound? That's good. Let's go with the 4. Why not? Do we have emeralds? We do. These guys apparently don't stack anymore, so that's a problem. Not the end of the world. And redstone. There we go. And then we also want memory, which is like RAM or something like that. So let's see. That's Open Computers memory. That's RFTools dimensions. RAM chip. Nice. Cool. All right, so that, and that. So let's put this guy over here. I want to try out programming. Ow. What's up, zombie? I shouldn't be hitting you with a screwdriver. That is probably not at all what I should be hitting you with. Let's sleep through the night real quick. So what I'm probably going to work on is trying to autocraft. So if we place down this programmer, he should fill up with energy. Nice. Courtesy of this nearby wireless RF transmitter. Super cool. And let's put down our programmer and see what's new. So I'm going to clear this thing out, and we're going to put in our new card, which, by the way, doesn't like to go in the slot sometimes. So we'll call this crafting. Just cool, we can learn it. That's cool. All right, so what are the new things? Redstone on and off signal, repeat, event craft, Execute program when a crafting station requests a specific item or for an inventory with crafting cards. Ooh. Ooh, that's cool. Craft resume. Resume crafting operation. Okay. Event exception. Execute program on exception. Operation wire. Okay, cool. So these are the evaluate. Check ingredients. Given a crafting card, inventory check if all the ingredients for the given recipe are present at exactly the right amount and right spot. Interesting. So I gotta look into this stuff. So first off, there's crafting cards. Sweet. What do I do with them? Do I right click them? Oh yeah, look at that. Awesome. Hey, there's a manual. I'm gonna read it. So guys, I'm looking into this and there's some complexity here. You could do some really cool stuff, I think. But I need to figure out how it works. But I think you can on-demand request stuff, which sounds kind of cool. That would be really neat. Yeah. Wait for finished item. You could do some cool stuff, I think, with this. It looks complicated, but it looks very cool, too. And not complicated in a bad way. Complicated in the I can't wait to try it way. Unfortunately, though, I think we're getting to the wrapping up point of the program. So let's do this. Let's wrap up here. I'll learn some of this auto-crafting stuff, and then next episode we'll come back and figure out how it works. But for now, it's a wrapping up point. So Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We're going to wrap up here and come back next time to play a little bit with auto-crafting. All right, guys. Take it easy.